Well, evidently there was a lot of disgruntled here, and a couple of the people came, asked me if I would run.
Okay.
And I really wasn't looking for the job at the time.
Mm-hmm.
In fact, I wasn't really interested in working at the time.
So you just retired?
I had retired for a little while.
Mm-hmm.
But I did retire. I mean, I did say, well, I'll run.
Mm-hmm.
And I won. And I beat out Dick Becker. Yeah. He was a barber over here.
Okay.
And the one thing they were after is, and there's nothing wrong with it, he had his office in the barber shop. He didn't have it here.
Yeah.
And so when we did this, I said I'd take the office into the office,
Mm-hmm.
and it would be an all full-time.
Okay.
I'd be open, along with other things that were discussed at the time, you know,
Mm-hmm.
miscellaneous. So I received more votes than he did in the primary, and then there was nobody running it.
Okay. For the general election?
In the general election, and then he went in for a write-in vote.
Mm-hmm.
So he tried doing a write-in vote, he still
Okay.
lost.
And then why did you decide to keep running for more terms?
I don't know, it was a fun job, in my opinion it was. Not a lot of people might think that way, but it was a fun job, and you associated with a lot of nice people. We have a great community up here. And, you know, every day you met somebody new.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of nice.
So why is it time to resign now?
Because I'm getting too old. Yeah, I'll be 88 in July.
Okay.
And it was just nice meeting people.
Mm-hmm.
And get to talk to them, get to know them. And as I said earlier, I said, we do have a great community up here.
Mm-hmm.
We really do.
What are some of the biggest ways that the township has changed since you've been the treasurer?
Well, I would say, well, we've computerized everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we trying to think of different things, but I mean, we've improved our services considerably for the township, or with the township, particularly in our fire department and rescue.
Okay.
This community up here in Mecosta County and Canadian Lakes and the Tri-Lakes areas, you know, they had a lot of, I can't say older people, but a matured group that had moved up here and retired.
Mm-hmm.
And so there was, and the people just accepted you for what you would do. You know.
Mm-hmm.
But I like people. I've worked in sales for years and years. And when I retired from there, I was senior vice president of the company.
Okay.
And I'm glad I did, because I think anybody that, like myself, retiring, if you don't have something to do to eat your time up, it'll eat you up.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know what I'm going to do now, but I've got lots of things. I've got lots of count. I've got, 18 grandchildren or 19 grandchildren, and I have 11 great-grandchildren.
No. So spend more time with them.
So yeah. In fact, there were a couple of my great-grandchildren were here, and quite a few of my grandchildren were here last area.
Okay. How did you meet your wife?
I don't remember back that far. Anyway, well, my family, I'm one of 11.
Okay.
And I had 3 sisters, and the rest were brothers. And my sisters and I were very close, as were a couple of my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And my sister, middle sister, who I hung around with, she was a year and a half younger than me. She had a couple of girlfriends she tagged with, and naturally we went around.
Okay.
And I got introduced to my wife from a friend of my sister's.
Okay.
And
were you pretty young when you first met?
it was 19 or 20, right in
Oh,
there.
okay.
We were both, well, I was 22 already, and she was 22 a month and a half, or a couple months later.
Okay. And how did you know she was the one you wanted to marry?
I don't know how that came about, but all of a sudden we were married.
Yeah. Just happened that way.
Well, of course it was after the war was over with. And we had already been dating before that.
Okay.
And it just seemed everything clicked. She grew up in Monroe and I grew up in Detroit.